What's going on, guys? Mitch here. Today we're checking out the CeramicSpeed Bottom Bracket. This guy is for the Tarmac SL7 that we're doing, and I just wanted to show you the bottom bracket before I throw it in the bike and kind of some of the stuff that's on the package. So there's a little bit blah blah blah, a little bit about the company. You can pause and read that. But anyway, let's open this guy up and see what we got. So this guy itself is for a SRAM Dub bottom bracket, and for a SRAM Red system. So 28.99. Let's get a couple other things in here, it looks like. Cool, so this is what comes with the system itself when you open the box. So let's get started first. Well, we have the bottom bracket, we'll get into that. You'll see lots of that. We've got some dry weather. Fill rate 60. Oh, so this is for all-around grease, so that's for the bearings itself. Good to have some backup. I'm assuming that is not required, and it's probably already filled. Yes. We have spacers for a number of different generic spacings depending on the setup and the BB shell width. For me, this S-Works is a 68 mil width, so I believe I just take one 3 mil spacer on the non-drive side, but I'll double check that on the website. And then a little congratulations with your new purchase. Feel free to pause and read that, but cool. And then a sticker sheet. Oh, lots of stickers. Not sure where those are going to end up, but I have a feeling it'll be on the bike stand. Just saying. Anyway, let's take a look at the bottom bracket itself. So we've got 2 cups. Very lightweight, I must say. Very nicely machined as well. 2 cups, and what I'll do is I'll throw that on here just to make it look a little nicer for you. So CeramicSpeed makes 2 versions of this bottom bracket. One is, I believe they're called coated and non-coated. I could be wrong, but check the website. I believe this is the non-coated version. It's the cheaper of the 2 by maybe $100. But the main thing here, guys, is this is kind of made in-house. Ceramic bearings inside the bottom bracket itself, so they say that lower friction, so how can I say that, less force to move, if that makes sense, which could be accomplished through a couple different things. Could be through the grease that's around the ceramic bearings, it could be the ceramic bearings themselves, or it could be a combination of the 2, or the tracks the bearings sit in. So lots going on there. All I know is that it's highly recommended. It's got a 4-year warranty, and hopefully it's something I don't have to really think about for the next 4 years, with help of that little grease pen thing that came with it. So that's pretty cool. If we look at the bearings themselves, they'll still use the same, I believe it's a BBT79 tool, which is like a notch tool to take on and off your standard SRAM Dub bottom bracket for use with the SRAM Red Force, etc. cranks. But if we look at these cups, they look sharp, looks very sealed up nicely. I'm not sure how to actually get in to access the bearings. I'm assuming that's online, but that's for a whole other day. And then we've got a sleeve here that I'm assuming floats in place. Yeah, so when I say floats in place, remember this sleeve needs to adapt itself to a number of different widths and sizes. So what they'll typically do is make it so that the sleeve can kind of go in between. See how it can slide around? So sometimes you set one side and then the other will just press in just partial way. I have heard of some people not running this sleeve. One thing to remember is that there are cables that are going through the frame. So I'm a personal big fan of sealing that off and ensuring that the sleeve is in place, because it's just all you're doing is just asking for problems if you don't use that sleeve. So anyway, that is the bottom bracket itself. Hopefully I've rambled on about it enough. I'm going to go ahead and install this guy. Oh, I guess I should say it's for a 68 mil bottom bracket shell. It's BSA threaded obviously for Tarmac, and SRAM Dub, which is 28.99 mil, which is the width of the cup there. So, or the spindle, I should say. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the bike, and hopefully I rambled on enough, and let's get started. All right, so we have the bottom bracket ready to go here. What I'm going to do is start by throwing in some grease, which is this one for this time around. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, just a standard grease for the threads. I like to get it. I like to lubricate both the cups and the frame. It never hurts. Anything to do a little extra lube. BSA L, so that's your left cup, and remember, you're going to rotate it in the direction of the arrow. So this one I'm going to rotate towards the back of the frame. Okay. And then the other side I assume will also rotate towards the back of the frame, so it'll be reverse threaded. So let's lube this guy up and throw it in on the non-drive side here. Gently turning it to make sure the threads are all good. And remember, on CeramicSpeed, the spacers go on the outside rather than the inside of the cup itself, which is new to me, but that's fine. So let's get this guy in. So there we go. Here is the other side with the sleeve, all greased up. Now that both cups are in, just want to wipe off any of the grease around both sides, which I've already done, and just ensure that it's nice and lined, obviously smooth inside. And using the spacer guide online, remember, like I said, those additional spacers that come with it. This will go on the drive or non-drive side next to the spindle. So pretty simple. So we're ready to throw the cranks on. So that is it, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Any questions, leave them below. Otherwise, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Until next project, talk soon.